If you're over 50 and feel like your legs are getting weaker, this exercise could change everything. It's simple, you can do it at home, and almost nobody practices it. Yet, it strengthens your legs, improves balance, and even helps prevent falls. Stay with me until the end, because there's one execution mistake that can cut your results by up to 80%, and most people don't even notice it. This is the simple exercise that strengthens your legs after 50, and incredibly, almost no one is doing it. And when I say simple, I mean really simple. No equipment needed, you can do it at home, and it works. But before I show you how to do it, here's an important warning. This is only the first step. It activates the foundation, but on its own, it's not enough to fully strengthen your legs. That's why, in this video, I'll also show you 4 additional movements that improve strength, balance, mobility, and coordination. Everything you need to stay independent as you age and to live with more quality and confidence. Now let's talk about the calves. This muscle group, which many people ignore, is responsible for something essential, keeping you steady on your feet. It plays a key role in balance, walking, and even helps pump blood back to the heart, crucial for circulation, especially as we age. In fact, studies have shown something impressive. Older adults with stronger calves have up to a 30% lower risk of falling. And you know that after a certain age, a single fall can be the beginning of a chain of serious problems. That's why strengthening this area isn't just about training, it's about prevention, independence, and long-term health. You can start with 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Once you feel more confident, increase to 3 sets of 15. And if you want to challenge yourself even further, try doing it one leg at a time. Now that you've activated your foundation, it's time to work on the movement that best defines your independence, sitting down and standing up on your own. But here's the catch. Many people do this incorrectly, and instead of building strength, they end up putting extra stress on their knees and lower back. Let's fix that right now. This movement may look simple, but it carries one of the clearest signs of your autonomy. Can you sit down and get up from a chair without using your hands? If your answer is sometimes, or it depends on the day, that's a red flag. What seems like an ordinary daily action actually reveals a lot about your functional strength, the kind of strength you truly need to live independently. In fact, this is one of the most common tests physiotherapists use to assess mobility in older adults. And for good reason. It activates your thighs, glutes, core, and even the nervous system responsible for balance. In other words, training this pattern is one of the best ways to protect your independence now and in the future. Here's how to do it correctly. Sit on a chair without armrests, with your feet aligned and firmly planted on the floor. Cross your arms in front of your chest or place your hands on your shoulders. Now, stand up with full control, avoiding any momentum. Then, sit back down slowly. The goal is to avoid dropping into the chair. Focus on control, don't rush the movement. If it feels too difficult at first, you can use a slightly higher chair. Over time, gradually lower the seat height to challenge your body even more. Start with 2 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions and increase as you feel more confident. This is a simple at-home exercise for seniors that makes a real difference in practice. So by now, you've learned 2 movements that form the foundation of strength and mobility. But the next exercise? Almost nobody associates it with leg strength. This one is essential for relieving knee pain, improving balance, and preventing lower back discomfort. And the reason why might surprise you. Now we're stepping into an area that most people don't usually associate with leg strength, the glutes. That's right. When your glutes are weak, the rest of your body is forced to compensate. And that's when problems start showing up. Knee pain, lower back pain, instability when walking. All of these issues can be tied to glutes that aren't being properly activated. In fact, about 80% of people with lower back pain have weakened glutes. And here's the worst part, even people who exercise regularly often neglect to work this muscle group with the right focus. The glute bridge is one of the most effective exercises to fix that. Best of all, it can be done lying on the floor, with full safety and control of the movement. Here's how to do it. Lie flat on your back with your knees bent and your feet planted on the ground, hip-width apart. Now, press through your heels and lift your hips, squeezing your glutes at the top as if you were holding a coin there. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly, feeling your body control the descent. At first, try 2 sets of 20 seconds of an isometric bridge hold. Over time, you can increase the duration, or even switch to a dynamic version, lifting and lowering with control. Once you've built a solid base, try the single leg variation. It challenges your stability and works your deep muscles even harder. This exercise is a true ally for restoring strength and protecting a maturing body. Now that we've activated your foundation, your center, and your functional strength, it's time to tackle the movement that causes the most pain for people trying to strengthen their legs. The squat, done the wrong way. But here, you'll learn a variation that protects your knees while still delivering real results. If you're over 50, you'll understand in practice why this version works better. The squat is one of the most complete movements out there, but for many people, especially after 50, it comes with the fear of putting too much strain on the knees. The good news is there's a safe, efficient variation that works your leg muscles without stressing your joints, the wall sit. This exercise is a smart way to strengthen your thighs and glutes while keeping your joints protected. It also engages your stabilizing muscles, improves endurance, and gives you better control over your body. If your goal is longevity with quality, this movement is essential. Here's a fact that almost nobody knows. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that isometric exercises, like the wall sit, can produce significant strength gains with less stress on the joints. This is because the muscle stays under tension without movement, which is why physiotherapists often use this exercise in recovery programs. To perform it correctly, lean your back against a wall and slide down slowly until your legs form a 90-degree angle, as if you were sitting on an invisible chair. Keep your feet firmly on the ground, with your weight in your heels. No leaning forward. The torso should stay straight and fully supported by the wall. Hold the position, breathing in a controlled manner. Start with 20 seconds, gradually increasing to 30, 40, and eventually up to 1 minute. It may feel simple at first, but the burn will come, and that's when the strengthening happens. This exercise is a true professional secret for improving stability and is perfect as part of an at-home workout for seniors. Now hold tight, because the next exercise is the one that activates the entire body the most. And it's not just physical, it also works coordination, focus, and balance all at once. Over time, this becomes increasingly important for preventing falls and maintaining independence. One of the most important exercises that activates the entire body while also stimulating the brain is the farmer's walk. It works strength, posture, balance, and coordination all at the same time. And all you need are 2 bottles or bags of rice in your hands. With your torso upright and your core engaged, walk steadily for 20 to 30 steps, keeping your body from swaying side to side. It may look easy, but it requires much more control than it seems. In fact, it's even used in neurological rehabilitation because it improves stability and reduces the risk of falls. Now that you know all 5 exercises, here comes the detail that separates those who see real results from those who stay in the same place.